This is Allison.
And I'm Angie.
And we're the Quest for Meaning podcast.
And we are jealous of your zodiac sign.
Super jealous.
You are the bomb.com, and we are about to tell you why. So let's start with the beast, Aries.
Aries. They're badass.
They are 100% badass. Aries, you are a badass mofo. You don't mess around. You're strong. You're ferocious.
Yeah. You are you just have this confident presence to you that you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you want. And
you're going for it.
It's kind of intoxicating in a way.
Yeah, for sure. That's why you are 100% the warrior. You're leading folks into battle, or you're leading them into whatever, has struck your fancy. You are not afraid to get down and dirty.
Yeah, you make great leaders. Very great leaders.
Yeah, so wherever you're going, we are right behind you, Aries.
Yeah, fear's not an option.
Fear is not an option.
Nope.
So let's talk about Taurus then. Taurus, we are super jealous of you as well.
Yes, you have the coziest style.
Yeah, you've got primo taste pretty much across the board.
Yeah, pretty much across the board. Especially, I would say, when it comes to food.
Yes. So there are some chefs out there in the Taurus community, but if you can't cook, you certainly know how to pick a restaurant and order off the menu.
Oh yeah, definitely. Best foodies around.
Across the board with all lifestyle things. So food, absolutely, but when it comes to interior decor, when it comes to apparel, they know how to get quality. They know how to get the nicest and best stuff.
Yeah, definitely. If your Taurus friend has a dinner party, you'll want to go.
Yes, absolutely.
It'll just be all the senses will be heightened. It'll be a fantastic night.
And on top of that, I do think Tauruses are seriously just bosses in their own right. I've actually worked for Tauruses before, but I have friends who are Taurus, and whatever industry they're in, they are just crushing it. They make bank.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, they can be kind of smart about money, even though they're not showy about it. You wouldn't know it.
A couple of you are.
Oh.
I don't, that might be something else going on in the chart, because you do have, maybe it's not showing, maybe your taste just, enters the room before you do, but, you're good with money, you've got great stuff, you make it work, and a lot of you make good money too, so if you want to keep me on your bankroll, but I am jealous.
All right, next up is Gemini, which is my sign, so I'll take a back seat on this one for a
yes,
second.
because I'm so jealous of you. I'm just not worthy, Allison. I'm super jealous. Well, I've got more Geminis in my orbit, in my world, than anyone. I've got quite a few of my best friends. My dad, 2 ex-boyfriends are all Gemini, so even though they warn against the Gemini, I'm not jealous of your reputation in the dating community. Nor, as I said, I have 2 exes, so we'll just not go there because I'm jealous. But you guys are so smart. You're excellent conversationalists. I can talk to you. Anyone can talk to you pretty much about anything under the sun. You are quick. You are with it. You follow.
Yes, I actually have a bunch of Gemini friends as well, and I find that we're all pretty much yes people. If there is something on the table, it's a Gemini will say yes, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you guys have such good ideas, so I will say yes to you. If a Gemini, suggests a movie that they've researched, or a play, or a museum, Geminis definitely do the legwork and put in the research. So I've never ever, I just feel like I've been exposed to so many really cool things because Geminis have put it on the table. So if you get a Gemini to suggest something, definitely say yes, because it's going to be an interesting time. You'll definitely get something out of it. And I mean, I'm a little bit also, and maybe this is slightly not as exciting, but you guys are very organized, and you know, the wit is not just when it comes to conversation. You're great at multitasking. You're really organized. You got Mercury working for you, so I'm not worthy, Gemini.
Oh. All right, next up is Cancer.
Aw, our sweet and sensitive Cancers.
Yeah, so we talked a bit about Cancer, and what we really were figuring out about Cancer that's really awesome is that they are really a great person to go to if, like, you know, you really want an emotional, like, shoulder to cry on, but they're also, like, a great person to go to if you need help on anything. So, like, they're kind of a go-to person for,
right,
like, great next-door neighbors, like...
Right, like, you're such good, considerate people. Like,
yeah, really helpful.
You take care of the people in your world.
Yeah, you know exactly what people would want, and then you go out of your way to get it for them. It's pretty remarkable.
Right, whether it is, like you said, neighbor, if your neighbor's sick and you show up with the soup, if, you know, you hear a story about a sick kid. It doesn't have to be sick people too, although you are definitely those mama bears out there. But for sure, like, you know how to take care of people, because I think just your emotional sensitivity makes you really not only aware of yourself, but aware of others, and how you can really support others is something that we all just wish we had the knack for.
Enviable thoughtfulness. Very thoughtful.
Very thoughtful. We're not worthy of how good you are.
All right, next up is Leo, which is pretty much the easiest ones to be jealous of, because they're the ones that kind of take up all the light in the room.
Oh my gosh, for sure. A Leo just walks in and, like, it might as well be Brad Pitt or somebody, because all eyes are on them. But yeah, I mean, you shine. You're confident. You know your self-worth. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't really think it's hard to knock a Leo off their pedestal too, because they have a very, very strong sense of self, and they're not going to let people take that away from them.
They're so charming, the most charming ever.
Right. So, I mean, those are the people that could sell ice to an Eskimo. Is that how that phrase goes? Because they absolutely glow.
Yeah, they give great gifts. They have great taste. Mostly, yeah, I would say what they have great taste in is they're really good with brand names.
Right. They have
showier taste.
They have exquisite taste. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're not afraid of having their own unique taste too. If you know,
that's true.
I do also think, like, what's great about Leos is not only does that sun just glow from within, but, like, they shine on everyone around them. Yeah. My sister's best friend is a Leo, and one of my favorite, most Leo things she's ever said is, she just says, they're all jealous because we're hot. So if you're in with a Leo, trust me, whatever they think about themselves just passes to you. So we are jealous of you, Leo. Yeah. You are hot.
Yeah, seriously. It's awesome. Next up is Virgo. So you have a good story about this.
Well, I was going to say, Virgo, I am jealous of you because you make the best coworkers. Everyone wants to work with you. And that might sound kind of boring, but it's not. It's not. I once worked on a team of pretty much exclusively Virgos. It was like a herd of Virgos. First off, we kicked ass because everything was always perfect. But on top of that, you were so, you keep everything together. Like I was saying, whenever it was somebody's birthday, they had the personalized cake. They had the balloons. When it was my birthday, my favorite drinks and candy were on my desk. And I was like, yes, only a Virgo would get it 100% perfect. You make it perfect, Virgo. And that's why I want you at work and anywhere, Virgo. You belong with us.
Yeah. You also noted their dry sense of humor, which I think is kind of adorable. So my toddler son is a Virgo. And he has a humor to him already showing. And I don't know if it's because he's a toddler or if it's because he's a Virgo, but, you know, he makes these faces where it's just like, whoa, that's hilarious.
And the number one thing I'm actually super jealous of with Virgos is a Virgo is never going to be the person walking into the grocery store at midnight in their pajama pants.
No.
You're the one that said,
They always have it together.
oh, they're going to look hot. They're going to look hot on their Facebook. They're going to look hot at the grocery store. There's not going to be a hair out of place. No. Virgos, there are no walks of shame with Virgos.
No walks of shame.
I'm so jealous because the rest of us Slavs can't keep it together. Virgos, we're not worthy.
Yes. All right, Libras.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, the scales. You know, they are always bettering themselves. And, you know, I think they sometimes get to better places than most of us do.
They definitely do. We were talking about that cardinal energy, and it's different than some of the other cardinal energies that are just going up, 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 up. They're like a spiral staircase, adding and accumulating and keeping it all together. And they keep tacking on more stuff. Yeah. How are you doing so many things? I would have left half the stuff in the dust. Like so many Virgos I know are working full-time jobs. And then maybe they've got a second job.
Libras?
I do mean Libras.
Libras.
Yeah, Virgos are not doing that. I'm not joking.
Virgos are pretty much going on their path, but like Libras are just taking up everything as they go.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, adding degrees, adding, you know, going up in the work world and adding on activities and joining an adult soccer league. And it's like, why are you doing all these things, Virgo?
They're becoming like masters of the universe.
They are. They're doing it all, and they're making it work.
Yes, and they're being like they consider the how personable they are as they're doing it.
Yes, they're very relational people. You know, they're relating to you, you're relating to them. They're keeping it all together. So, man, they're taking it all on, and they are ever so independently, minute by minute, activity by activity, making it work. And if we could all fit all that in our lives, you know, we'd all be better
They're
people.
Also doing it with, like, you know, caring about their image too. They're looking good while doing it too.
Yeah, well, that's why, you know what, Libras, you have no trouble attracting people either.
No.
Who doesn't want to date you? You've always got someone on your arm, so maybe we're jealous that everybody's got a thing for you, Libra.
All right, Scorpio's next.
Scorpio, you are also bad to the bone when you want to be.
Yes, and powerful.
You are the most powerful sign. Man, that power.
I was saying that I think that I have 2 yoga teachers right now that are Scorpios, and I feel like Scorpio is like the perfect sign for yoga teachers because it's got that transformational aspect to them. That yoga is also transformational. It's got that spiritual aspect to them, and like, you know, yoga teachers are spiritual, and so is Scorpio. They can go that depths, like, oh, it's just, and then they pick the greatest tunes, like, the greatest tunes. Not what you expect from a yoga class. No, like, Zen music per se, but like powerful, transformational music.
I know. And on that note,
I like them.
I like Scorpios too. You are also, when it gets to being like wickedly funny, you guys lay some very on point, perfect jokes that I wouldn't even go there.
Right.
I'm like, well, you are correct, but I wouldn't have said that myself. And I am so jealous that it came out of your mouth, because to be like you, that's just great.
I also think that there are not fear of being dark or unique or different makes them actually really great with Halloween parties.
Oh, yeah.
As weird as that sounds, they are definitely Halloween aficionados and love to get dressed up and love
for sure. Every Scorpio I know is obsessed with Halloween. And you actually brought this up, like, I think why it's also so natural is there's like this sexiness about them that's not afraid to kind of embrace like a bit of a wild look. Like every Scorpio I know has, you know, something crazy colored hair, or tattoos or piercings, or they wear crazy clothes, and they're not like, you know, it's not seeking attention, but it's demanding attention, and it's just being fierce and fine. And that's you, Scorpio, you sexy beast.
All right, Sagittarius, which is Angie.
I know. You're jealous. You're jealous.
I have to say they make the best travel buddies.
We do.
Because they have the greatest sense of adventure.
We will do anything once. That is for sure. I speak on behalf of all my fellow Sagittarians.
And I think that they are great people to go to parties with. They are not necessarily party animals, but they will be very fun to be like at a party with.
We do.
They're sociable.
We do have sociability.
Yeah. And we were talking about this. They're salesy without being sleazy, which is like from a Gemini. I don't know. I never feel like I'm really good with sales, but like all of the Sagittarius I know are like, they just are able to communicate and get people on board with whatever they're passionate about. And it's amazing.
And exactly. And I think what that comes down to is like, we are we get super enthusiastic and passionate about things, but we are also the no BS sign. So I think people are willing to kind of buy what we're selling because we are selling absolutely things that we are 100% on board with. So yeah, so if a Sagittarius tells you, you know, we are telling you things that you would never have thought of. Like, you were probably thinking of going to Paris, but we might just pitch you on Zimbabwe. So you know what? If we give a recommendation, we are giving you all the dirt, and we've been there and we know what it's about, and we love it for a reason.
Yes. And they're one of the most optimistic signs. Pretty jealous of that.
We're not gonna make you cry on purpose.
Yeah.
You're not worthy.
Capricorns.
OMG, Capricorn, you are the boss.
Yes. As an entrepreneur myself, I am definitely jealous of your like, you have an entrepreneurial spirit to just like innately in you, because you see what's out there and you know how, and you actually you know how to make it better, and you actually go there and get it better in a very goal-oriented, logical way, and it always works, and it's enviable.
It always works because you literally will not let it work.
Yeah.
It can be as tough as all hell, and you will command, and you will, you know, keep at it. You will freaking punch your way through a brick wall if you have to. You are tough as nails, Capricorn, because you are going places. That's why you're a boss.
Yeah. And
that is why we are jealous of you and not worthy.
Aquarius. You know, you guys are clever.
You're very clever. Like, whatever is going on,
you're smart.
You're very so smart.
Like in like they say ingenious ways, but I really do think it's in an ingenious way.
You are. I always will say that. I mean, Aquarians really surprise me sometimes because you're pretty subtle, and then you know you just break out something that you've been working on, and it's just like,
right,
where did that come from? Like,
not
in a mean way. Like, you can certainly bring good surprises because you don't let people know what you've got coming.
And I really think that their willingness to do things like not like everyone else, not conform, not be like everybody else, just do their own thing. That's inspiring.
Absolutely. The ingenuity, the originality. If you have to rebel, like, you know, you do what you need to do to find satisfaction because it's coming from within.
Yeah. I think they're very fair, respectful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you care about, you care about this world, and you care about people. So
Yeah,
Kudos to you.
definitely kudos. Pisces.
Pisces.
I mean, I have best friends that are Pisces, and I think that I love them so is because I have the most meaningful conversations with them, and I think they are really meaningful friends. Like, they're really great friends.
Right. It's not superficial with a Pisces. It is deep.
Yeah.
They can go deep, deep.
Yeah, they can go deep. They can be sensitive.
They really have... I think there's a power to Pisces as well, where they can really just intuit, whether it's just an energetic thing, where they know what's going on with people around them. I just also think some of the greatest art and music, because it comes from this deep place, is thanks to our good friends in the Pisces community. You have the power to access all these resources that just come from within and kind of transmute them, way beyond yourself. It's like a really cool power.
Yeah, I think they're really great listeners too.
Yeah.
They really can tune in.
Right.
They're intuitive and they can tune into people. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, exactly.
I'm jealous of that.
You can vibe. They can vibe.
Yeah.
You out there in the Pisces world, and you keep your mind and you keep your heart wide open.
Yeah.
And, it's always coming and going and flowing with you. So definitely got some enviable traits there, Pisces friends.
Yep. So that's it. We made it through the zodiac.
We're jealous of you all.
Yes. So, if you like this video, please subscribe below.
Please subscribe.
And we'll keep thinking up creative ideas for our videos.
Exactly. See you next time.
Bye.